That's okay. So from what you can tell, a lot has progressed in the Buffalo. Yes, I thought I'd recorded this part, but I failed and I hadn't. So there we are. So I'm just going to see where we come up from. So there we are, the Buffalo is matted down, and I've started doing a bit of chipping on this wing. Don't know why I haven't done any on that wing, but I'll start a bit on the other end. Anyway, underneath we have the main undercarriage fitted in. Now this part was a bit fiddly because naturally you got this part, the main landing gear part, which fits into the main wheel mechanism that you saw at the very start. Then you got the two bay covers going on in there. Now one thing in the instruction, it says that you've got some cable that runs up through there. Now one annoying thing is, I cut the cable out on one of them. Oh, sorry, my voice went there then. Cut the cable on one of them out of the sprue. It had gone. Seriously guys, I could not find it anywhere. Didn't ping off anywhere, it just fell straight in front of me and disappeared, never to be seen again. So I think either the trouser or the carpet monster just had that straight away, like that. But apart from that guys, that's really it. So the wheel, well, there. Now the wheels I have actually put together as two side pieces that make the two wheels. Now one problem is they are not weighted either, so what I've done is just sanded down the bottom. Just might sand that down a bit more again, like so. Like so. Sand down the bottom a bit more, and so then we can actually have those weighted. But at the minute we're just going to put a dab of glue on. Also another thing guys, the tabs that actually hold the wheels in place are just slightly too big. So what I did, I just cut them off, friends, hopefully for the best. Oh, a bit too much on there. Okay. So that one can rest on, oh, I'll fall off again. That's the trouble you're going to have now. So there, I'm just holding that for a second. Okay. Oh, there we go, sorry. This is the trouble now, you gotta at least hold on to the wheel for quite some time till it actually bonds together. And the same again for this one. Put some glue into there. Oh, no. See, so this is the main problem we have with the actual undercarriage system. Right, so I'm just holding the two wheels on now. Obviously you can see that tail wheel is actually done. So I did some surgery on that. Basically you've got two bits. You've got the main tail wheel, and then you've got one other variant that had the brown, what's it? Like a canvas type thing across the bottom there, and then the wheel is basically sawn off and basically placed onto there, so from one wheel to another, if you get what I mean. Okay, so the tyres are on. Let's see if they actually... Oh, hold on a second. Tweezers. Though they are not actually too bad wheels. I think what I'll do, place these on top of here, like so. So then we can actually make the tyres sort themselves out, like so. I might have taken you off camera, so I apologise about that, guys. 2 seconds, let me get another pot of paint. And there we are, so just pretty much holding them up like so. Right, it's like that. So I'm going to leave them to dry, and then we'll come back and we'll finish. I think I might have took you off camera there, so I bet I have 100%. Yeah, I have. Great. Sorry about that, guys. I'll sort a few things out, then I'll see you in a bit. right now we're just painting this prop slash spinner up. It's all being painted up. Now this was actually it wasn't so difficult, but it was kind of a bit of a task really, because you got the prop here which is all in one piece, and obviously to get the spray bits off in the inside here was very difficult, so a fair amount of sanding had to be done inside there. And then you have this piece of course which is a spinner. You have then like a disc shaped piece that sits in there, and that goes inside the nose cone, which all sits both there. But of course there's no injector holes, so you have to try and get the angle right as best as possible and then let it dry, which is a bit of a pain. But as long as you get the angle right and the glue dries properly, it shouldn't be a problem really. But just for you guys to be aware, if you're building this kit along, just missed one here. Just missed this one. And that one looks pretty much done. So I just took it away from the camera there, so I just bring it up to eye level so I can see the parts I've missed. I'll just do another recoat probably once it's dry and that lot, but really that doesn't look too bad. Just put up here out of the way so I can left to dry. Right, so anyway, this is how the actual buffalo looks like. So as you can tell, the cockpit, it looks absolutely amazing. There's, just getting a knife here and show you. Before you put this canopy piece on, there's two pieces that make for the back headrest here, and then you've got some photo etch parts which make some kind of radio, I think it is. The other buffalo had a great big black tube which or cylinder I don't know what it was for. Anyway, that was the other for the naval buffalo. There's a gun sight in there. The main part is made from a resin piece, but for the actual glass bit, this doesn't actually have in the kit. So what I've done is, if I can find it, got some of this. Well, there's like some carrier film. It's for like acetate type of stuff. Well, I just cut the square out and glued on top of there. I think it might need straightening because how it's sat, but I'm not sure. I think that's glued in now. Don't want to risk getting damaged. Apart from else, it's all been chipped up, as you can tell. That's some nice chipping effect. Now the front canopy, just underneath here, might need a bit of filler, but I think I'm just going to leave my file because I don't want to risk damaging it. Plus you can't really see it anyway, but it's just a tiny little bit raised, like on the Airfix 1/72 Spitfire and that lot. Underneath I put the exhaust in. Now if you want to go ahead and enhance them a bit further, then I say go ahead, because they're just pretty much two plastic blocks sat on there, no drill holes or anything else like that. And of course you only got these glass pieces for the actual landing lights, I guess they are, but they don't fit well either. Don't know why, but I think I might take them out. I might redo this wheel because it's sank a bit. No idea why. Apart from that, it's all taking shape. So really the last pieces are is to do the prop, which you've just seen. We have the pitot tube, this main canopy piece, which I'm just about to go ahead and do, and the landing lights, I think. And then I think that is everything, guys. So another thing is that the control stick, I pulled that out pretty much because it didn't look right. It was too far forward. I pulled it back and I've put it there, so it makes it look like it's actually not in the way of everything now, like it was before. But now you can see the cockpit, it does look really intensely detailed in there. But apart from that, guys, that's really it. So I'm just going to go away and do the actual last little bits. It's pretty much just as I said, the main sliding cockpit, the antenna and the prop and landing lights. That is it, guys. This is then finished. I'll crack on with thinking the final result. Okay, so there we are, guys. Pretty much this is the final part, I suppose. Everything's been done. It looks absolutely pretty good, and I have to say, it does look pretty detailed as well. Just turn it around for you guys to see on this side. Now I do actually like this this aerial cable I've made for the EZ line as well, because I don't know, it just looks. Oh, what I've done. Whoops, I might have done something to bend it a little bit. I don't know about that. Anyway, it looks like it's gone back to shape anyway. Probably just the paint work on it. Just like how it is. And the cockpit is nicely detailed, as you can tell from how much work we put into there. These chipping effects, nice. I suppose I could do a little bit more, seems it was naturally a Finnish aircraft, and of course winter and the cold elements, and then the even colder elements up in the air, I suppose would always got to the aircraft. I suppose I could do a bit more chipping, I don't know, but at the minute I'm really happy with this, guys. I do like the colours of it. Obviously you got the greens, blacks, yellows, and even the blues and whites. Of course the greys underneath for the camouflage. Now I do have to admit, this has actually been a challenging kit, but it's turned out pretty decent, if I'm honest, guys. Very decent. The engine, I suppose I could have added some ignition cables into the top there, but I think it's too much detailed enough as it is. One thing I think I might do, I don't know whether to do or not, but in the front sliding windscreen, I don't know whether to, or canopy I should say, don't know whether to do a handlebar to pull the things forward above, I don't know, but I might do, I might not, just depends how it goes. Apart from that, guys, it's been a special hobby kit. Now I've built this one, I actually wouldn't mind getting the Tamiya one, which actually my local hobby shop does actually sell. So I don't mind actually picking it up sometime, but as you can tell, it's a brilliant kit, nothing wrong with it. Well, I say nothing wrong with it, it's just the actual building process that's a bit pain. Decals are nice, nothing I complain about. So that thus brings you back to, well, puts to the end of another episode of building. So thank you very much for watching. Happy modelling, guys, take care, and if you're lucky enough you might see this sometime. But apart from that, take care, I shall see you for the next one. Cheers and goodbye for now.